Ranking Kanye's entire discography, I have a lot of albums to get through, so I'll try and keep it short. In last place, I have Donda 2, which is a 2 out of 10. This album is, I wasn't even sure if I should include it, because it's just not finished. The lyrics seem like freestyles. It's literally an incomplete album. Has some good ideas in it, though, so that's why it gets the 2. Coming in at 12, I have Jesus is King, which is a 5 out of 10. This album is just really boring, not a lot going on in it, and especially comparing it to Kanye's other albums, there's no reason to go back to it for the most part. From here on out, all these albums are good. That's just how good Kanye's discography is. But in the 11th spot, I have Donda, which is a 6 out of 10. This album had good songs, but it also had just a lot of excess material that really drove down the album experience and made it stale at points. In 10th place, I have Watch the Throne, which is a 7 out of 10. This album's really good. Its high points are really, really high, but comparing the whole collective album to other albums, this is where it falls. I just like the other ones a little more. At the 9th spot, I have Ye, which is also a 7 out of 10. Super underrated. It's short, which, yeah, I mean, I wish it was bigger, but the quality is there. It's such a good album. Every song's so good. Violent Crimes is a beautiful song. Ghost Town is like a Kanye classic. It's one of his best songs, and just a really good album. It's just short. Next, I have Kids See Ghosts, sitting at an 8 out of 10. I know some people would have that higher. They really like that album, and I do too, but I just like some of his other albums more. That being said, the chemistry that Kanye and Kid Cudi have is phenomenal. They both bring so much to the album. The production is phenomenal on this album. I don't go back to this album as much as I do the other albums that are ahead of it, though. In 7th place, I have The Life of Pablo, also an 8 out of 10, but a little higher. The high points on this album, such as Father Stretch My Hands, one of the best trap songs of all time, make this album so iconic, so good. Also, the album experience was really, really entertaining. The chaoticness of it was really exciting. Really good album. Next, at a 9 out of 10, I have Yeezus. Oh my gosh, one of the best produced albums of all time. The production is actually fantastic. It also showed Kanye's versatility, showed his uniqueness. This album was a career-defining moment for Kanye, and yeah, some of the lyrics sometimes are a little wild, but that also sometimes just adds to the entertainment of it. In the 5th spot, I have 808s and Heartbreak at a 9 out of 10. Thought about maybe putting it at 10 out of 10. Ultimately, I didn't, but regardless, this album's phenomenal. Not only is it revolutionary with 808s, but the emotion of this album is so amazing. The writing in this album makes you feel every little bit of emotion that Kanye's feeling. It's such an amazing album. Coming in at 4, I have Late Registration at a 10 out of 10. The 4th spot is a 10 out of 10. That just shows how good Kanye's discography really is. But this album is perfect. I mean, it's a 10 out of 10. Every song is amazing. The album experience is delightful. It's a great album in pretty much every way. It's just the other albums are somehow even better. In 3rd place, I have My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which is also a 10 out of 10. I'm not Anthony Fantano. But anyway, this album, it's okay, features are amazing. Nicki Minaj goes crazy. Rihanna goes crazy. Kid Cudi goes crazy. The features are phenomenal. Then we got production, one of the best produced albums of all time. Kanye has multiple of those. Then we got the versatility on this album. He has a song like Runaway where he's singing, and then a song like Gorgeous, which is one of his best rap songs of all time. The second best of Kanye's discography, also a 10 out of 10, obviously, is The College Dropout. This is so close to being one. It just barely isn't. But this is a perfect album for singing and rapping combined. It's literally perfect for that. And also just perfect in general because there's no skips. Through the Wire, All Falls Down, some of my favorite songs. Jesus Walks, Family Business. You could go on and on and on because every song is phenomenal. And finally, at number 1, I have Graduation. This is one of the first rap albums that I listened to. It is the album that got me into rap music, so, there is some bias there, but also it's a really, really good album. The highs on this album, such as Can't Tell Me Nothing, I Wonder, Good Life, those are some of the highest highs in rap music. Yeah, there's Drunken Hot Girls, okay, it sucks, yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter, because the other songs are that good.